Hey guys, how's it doing? Basically today, what I want to do is go ahead and do a tutorial. This won't take long. Basically how to get your text looking like, well, this. That's just a crack look with Thrausi. It's really easy, really clean, looks really good. Well, in my opinion anyway, you may not think so. Good for backgrounds like this, you know, easy, and takes very little time, so basically I just jump straight onto that now. Again, thanks for watching this video, straight up. What you want to do is, well, you're going to need your plugin, which is Thrausi, which is here. So, you're going to need that. I'll just, close this. You need Thrausi already. I'm not going to provide that. That's, on YouTube. That's a whole other thing, how to install it, and how to, okay. But, basically what I will teach you is when you have Thrausi, how to, crack the text so it looks nice and pretty and shit. You've got, for the sake of this tutorial, I'll just do bum, because, well, actually no, how about, I don't know, what's a good word? Let's just do, sure, why not, okay. Now basically what I want to do is, well, we've got that sorted out. I mean, what looks really good is not just to have a single piece of text, What most people do now is you'll have like these layers along the side here, which you can see, here. You can see you've got like each different individual layer along there, and when you Thrausi it, the crack, it makes it look way better. And yeah, basically it gives it a good effect. So what I'll do straight away is just highlight all your text, okay? So you might have a whole bunch of it, but that's all good. Highlight it, go plugins, come down to Thrausi, come across to just normal Thrausi. You don't want to touch any of this unless you're into architecture or something else. Come down to Thrausi, click on Thrausi. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just saying Thrausi, what, I don't know, however. Usually I type in 5 as my amount of pieces, which is a fairly round number. So that's probably what you should set it at the moment. And then when you've got it all highlighted, hit 5, hit break now, okay? What that'll do is pretty much just explode the text into little pieces. I mean, if you did 100 pieces, it would take a very long time, but you'd have tiny little pieces of text, and you can move them around, and it looks pretty good, so, So, basically in the meantime, I'll just recommend some stuff. What I usually do with this is, render it white, so you just got this little just plain text color. I usually do that, and then just change the color in Photoshop with hue and saturation adjust, because it looks way better. And when you're applying color correction and color curves and stuff, it's really it brings it out a lot better than what the Cinema 4D materials can, and it blends in well with the background. So basically what you've got now is a whole bunch of these little shitty Thrausi pieces, okay? What you want to do to that is go to objects, come down to group objects, and that'll just put them all into a little null. Rename it to whatever you want to. I'm just test, same as the text, so I know what I'm looking at. And then you want to come to this little bent rectangle thing. I used to use explosion effects and shatter, but no, I don't. I find that explosion is the thing that works the best. So what you want to get is just click on it. We've got it here. I mean, to do this you sort of have to have some idea of Cinema 4D, but it's, I hope I'm being somewhat clear. Get your explosion and just drag that. See how the little arrow is pointing down? You just want to underneath test. So, inside it. So when I put on that, it'll go underneath it, in the null. And it needs to be on top of all these little Thrausi pieces, so that it works. Okay, when you change the strength, see, it'll explode like that, and now you got particles. It gets smaller and smaller as you blow it out. What I usually do is do just 1%, or 1 or 2%. Probably do 1 for now. You need to bring the speed. I like to down to -15 is a fairly good speed for it. Don't want your text all over the place. You just want that neat little crack look on the front. And then now you want to come to angle speed, which I usually bring down to about 65, 70. I mean, it looks pretty good. And then the end size, I bring up to about, I don't know, 20 maybe, or maybe probably a bit smaller. Actually, yeah, no, it's probably a bit too big. We'll just start with 5. Okay. Got 5, and then the randomness. I mean, you can adjust that as much as you want. I like to do 100. Just, you know, it's a personal thing. And I'll just render this out really quickly. It looks really good, and you can, if you already know how, if you don't know how to do it, use cell. Let's go on that. You got a cell renderer, and cell renderer will basically put a mesh around your text, which is what, you know, everyone's using it at the moment. But you can apply that to this as well. It doesn't change it. It still looks good, and it's all good. So I'll just render this out and see how it looks. So yeah, basically what I like what I said before. Render it white, I would say, you know, because then you can put, you know, colors and stuff over the top. Oh, by the way, the cracks come out black, so you'll have, you know, black cracks, and you can change the color of the inside. Now, I'm not going to get into detail of how to do that. So, like, you could have white text, and then on the inside it cracks out blue, so you'll have, you know, white blue. It looks really good, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm not going to bother with going through all of that because that's a whole other tutorial on itself. But it's really pretty simple, you know, how to work this and how to do it. So if you get the hang of it, then great. Yeah, render it. I mean, if you really want to sit through and watch this, but for the sake of this tutorial and saving time and saving my upload, I'm going to just cancel the render. As you can see straight away, you know, you can see these little pieces on the corners here that they're breaking, and it looks pretty good. So I'll just click there and cancel the render. That's pretty much it. I mean, fold it in itself, apply colors if you want to, do what you got to do. You can move individual pieces around with Thrausi. It's a really good little plugin. I recommend going across and buying it. It isn't free, but I will say, you know, if it's on YouTube, you're always going to find a way to get it for free. So just saying. But this has just been really simple, really quick tutorial, just to sort of get the channel off to a start. And that's the other thing. This FractionArt. Thank you so much for subbing. Someone already had FractionArts, and they haven't been active since 2008, and they have never posted a video, and, well, they have, and I think it was something to do with, like, gardening, I don't know. Yeah, it'll be good and fun, and you'll like it. Anyway, enjoy the channel, enjoy the tutorials and the speed arts that we'll be posting, and I hope to see you guys later. Add me on Skype if you want to. Check out my channel, check out Geordie's channel, and check out Cream's channel. It's really cool. They got 2 guys, and basically they just go around and they're going to make one's an editor, one's a GFX person, and yeah, they're both really good at what they do, and so is Geordie, and yeah, I hope you like it. So thanks heaps for that, guys, and you have a good night.